Ryan Patterson with GradedStakes.com, and the Breeders' Cup World Championships are just 11 days away. And we're headed back to the West Coast after 2 years at Churchill Downs. We will be competing at Santa Anita this year. And there is no bigger trainer on the West Coast than the white-haired wizard, Bob Baffert. And he's going to have horses in 7 races, maybe 8. He could be the favorite in 3 or 4 of them. Just a quick breakdown of his contenders. He's going to have Power Broker, who was last seen winning the Grade 1 Front Runner Stakes. Then he's got that's in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, by the way. He's got another contender in that race, title contender, as his name would be, is Gary and Mary West Colt. He was a maiden winner last out. Don't know a whole lot about him, but, you know, he was a big purchase. Baffert's got him, so he's got to be a nice horse. Then in the Filly and Mare Sprint, Bob's going to have Contested, the test stakes winner. It's going to be very tough for anyone to knock off Groupie Doll in there, but I tell you, Contested is about as talented a horse as you're going to find in this country, and if she's on her game, she'll give Groupie Doll everything she wants on her home track. Then in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, Bob Baffert's got 3 horses. The first horse is a bit unorthodox, Fast Bullet, who has been off for a year. He's undefeated 2 for 2, but he really has proved nothing. Not sure what he's thinking with that one, but hey, if he's going to put him in there, the horse is obviously good, and if he's in there, he'll have a shot. Owned by our friend Zayat Stable, so we wish them the best of luck. In the Sprint, he'll also have Coil, who's exiting a win in the Grade 1 Sprint Championship Stakes. It's nice to see a horse like Coil, who won the Haskell Stakes last year as a 3-year-old, does a mile and an 1/8 race. Now he's winning Grade 1s at 6 furlongs. Wouldn't have predicted that last year, but hey, he's winning. And another horse in the Sprint for Bob Baffert will be Capital Account, who's exiting a 2nd place finish to Coil in that Sprint Championship race. So Baffert's got 3 good contenders for the Sprint. And a race apparently where he won't have any entrants is the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because I would take Fast Bullet and Capital Account, run them in the Sprint, stretch Coil out to the Dirt Mile. I mean, you already know Coil is a Grade 1 winner at a mile and an 1/8, so a mile is going to be no problem for that horse. You've already got 2 horses in the Sprint, why not take a shot at the Dirt Mile? I don't know, just my 2 cents. Then moving on to the Breeders' Cup Mile, he's going to have Midnight Interlude, who hasn't hit the board this year in 3 stakes, and he's always seemed to cut below the best horses, but, you know, crazy things happen in the Breeders' Cup. Look at Court Vision last year. Nobody saw that coming, so maybe we'll see something similar in this year's Breeders' Cup Mile. Then maybe one of the strongest plays in the entire Breeders' Cup card could be Game On Dude, who I believe has never lost at Santa Anita. He's exiting a win in the Grade 1 Awesome Again Stakes, and he's just been unbelievable since returning from Dubai. And then onto the Breeders' Cup Marathon, Mr. Baffert's going to have Jay Cito in there, another Zayat Stables horse who was 3rd in the minor stakes. And Jay Cito is one of those horses who kind of takes a while to wind up. So that marathon distance, you know, he's got the talent. He's a Grade 1 winning juvenile. Maybe this extra distance is going to be what does it for him. So he's in with a live shot there. And probably the best chance in the entire 2 days for Bob Baffert to win a Breeders' Cup race is going to be Executive Privilege in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. She's last seen winning the Grade 1 Chandelier Stakes, and she's undefeated in 5 starts. I believe in her 4th start she had a little trouble, barely got her nose down on the wire, but she still won. And like I said, she won the Chandelier Stakes, and I believe she obliterated that field. It wasn't even close. So when she's on her game, she is about as tough as they come. So in the Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita, Bob Baffert obviously in with many huge chances to win, you know, more than 1 race. I'd look for him to win 2 to 3, maybe more. So there you have it, Bob Baffert's contenders for the Breeders' Cup.